this cold weather this morning. We got a dusting of snow downtown Indy right now.
And we're just getting started. And I'm kind of thinking ahead for those tailgaters. I hope that they have those heaters and the tents with the plastic on the side so that we can stay warm.
Maybe some of those glove warmers.
Oh yeah, those hot hands, is that what those are called?
You're
gonna want every source of heat possible because this is gonna be a tricky morning. So let's start with your COLTS tailgate forecast. It will be a blustery one this morning, and I want you to pay more attention to the icons versus the temperature, because you see 34, 35, 37, oh, it's not gonna snow, that's too warm. Well, it's much colder just above the surface, and I think a good amount of central Indiana is going to see some snow this morning as we have a band moving through middle part of our morning. So that's going to be how we get the tailgate started. And then during the course of the game, the temperature will recover a little bit into the upper 30s. We might see a little rain at first, but that's quickly going to change back over into a wintry mix and then eventually all snow as the day progresses and colder air moves in on the backside of a cold front. Also keep in mind, as the cold front moves through, we've got 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts. It's going to blow a lot of this around, reducing visibility. So here's what you need to know. This is going to be an ongoing weather event from now through sunset, potentially picking up a dusting on those grassy surfaces where it's going to be light. And then there are other spots like northeastern parts of the state that could pick up upwards of an inch of snowfall, again, especially on those grassy surfaces because the pavement temperatures are still a little warm, especially for this time of year. So most of that's going to melt on contact, but still want you to be weather aware for some slippery road conditions over the next several hours. Let's walk you through the latest timeline as we go through Future Track. This band is going to move through, and as it does, it's going to move into a colder air mass. So all of the rain that's over in Illinois right now transitioning back into snow. So here we go at 8 o'clock in the morning. This moves into the Indy Metro. Give it a couple of hours. Snow will fall potentially at some higher rates, and that's really going to reduce visibility and start to accumulate here on the ground. So that's through 11 a.m. We get a little bit of a break. The main line's going to go through, but then we've got some wraparound moisture that we're going to tap into. This is when the temperature will start to get back warm enough to produce rain. So we'll call it at least a few scattered rain showers closer to 1 p.m. But then the deeper we get into the afternoon by 4 o'clock and as the Colts game's wrapping up, this is going to start to transition back into all snow. And this is why I say northeastern parts of the state will see that potential of up to an inch because you get in on these lake effect snow bands that will set up through the evening tonight before this all wraps up closer to 9 p.m. and then we go through the overnight. So as we do that, the temperature will drop back into the lower 30s, upper 20s, and then eventually as we get into tomorrow, we've got a secondary wave that's going to come through. This one less impactful though. We start off clear. This is at 7 a.m. on Monday. Here comes that wave of snow right around lunchtime on Monday that will track off to the east eventually by 5 p.m. Really not going to do much for our snowfall totals, but enough to make it a little inconvenient when traveling. Again, that's going to be between about noon and 5 on Monday. Temperatures will be hindered as well as we get into the first part of next week. We'll go 40 for a high Monday, but then everything changes. Tuesday and Wednesday, we have a warm front that's going to come through. Brings in some gusty winds, but 60 for a high. We're up to 65 on Wednesday before a cold front comes through Wednesday night into Thursday, and then it's back to reality in the 40s for the rest of the week.